is DG Vision Network.
The Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, who spoke at the maiden edition of the Nigerian Telecommunication Indigenous Content Expo 2022 in Lagos, challenges federal government's plan to impose 5% excise duty on the telecommunication sector. Pantami explained that the decision on the imposed excise duty didn't go through wide consultation and it will affect the telecommunications sector negatively if the decision stands. He stated that the excise duty is coming after major stakeholders, including the Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria and the National Association of Telecommunication Subscribers, has also kicked against the move. The minister disclosed that the senator, ministers and other lawmakers that were supposed to be consulted informed him they were not contacted.
The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy is not satisfied with any effort to introduce excise duty on telecommunications. Firstly, in the course of coming up with the act, we have not been consulted officials. And part of the rule-making process in Nigeria, there is always encouragement to invite stakeholders to make contribution. I have not been contacted officials. And secondly, if we are contacted, we will definitely challenge the decision. I want to urge with all other stakeholders, particularly our lawmakers here in the National Assembly, that the Minister in charge of Communications and Digital Economy is not in support of excise duty on behalf of the
He also added that the sector is already generating huge income, creating jobs and adding more revenue to the GDP, and it will help to improve the economy and should not be over-encumbered with so much tax.
We have been recording many successes in this sector. For example, just a year ago, ICT sector recorded the unprecedented contribution to our gross domestic product. That is in the second quarter of 2021. ICT recorded 17.92%. That percentage is unprecedented in the history of Nigeria as a country and also unprecedented in the history of ICT sector in Nigeria.
Speaking at the event with the team stimulating the development of indigenous content through innovation and commercialization, the minister emphasized that to promote indigenous content, unprecedented increase in Nigerian ICT sector should be looked into. He urges the Nigerian Communication Commission and the National Office for the Promotion of Indigenous Content to look into the percentage placed on importation into the country and law and policies that should be enforced. The minister said the federal government will not allow importation into the country when we have the capacity to produce, and the stakeholders should be self-reliant through this process.
ICT sector in general and the telecommunications subsector in specific have been growing significantly in Nigeria. And we discovered that the percentage of importation to the country was worrisome. And in order to support our economy and consolidate the gains of the sector, there was a necessity of promoting our indigenous technology so that we will be able to significantly reduce the percentage of our importation. And that is why we came up with a policy leveraging on the provision of the Constitution, NCA Act 2003, and the two executive orders. And part of the policy was the establishment of NODIT as an office. The actual policy is the national policy for the promotion of indigenous content in the telecommunications sector. And I want to use also the opportunity to encourage NCC and NODIT office that this policy must be enforced. Enforcement is key. Law and policies do not implement themselves. We must enforce them, and we must ensure we have effective monitoring that we don't allow any importation to our country, particularly where we believe we have the capacity to do it locally. That one is necessary. And we should not compromise in any situation. We cannot continue in a situation where people are interested interested in importing even SIM card to Nigeria. That cannot be tolerated by the federal government. It cannot. This ordinary SIM, we want to import it, then how can we support our economy? It is practically impossible. So it is because of this, I am using this opportunity to give a marching order to all the stakeholders that from today henceforth, government cannot tolerate the importation of anything into Nigeria where we have the capacity to do it.
Special Advisor on Innovation and Technology to the Lagos State Governor, Olatubosu, said that innovation and local content must be prioritized in government and the ecosystem. While speaking, he mentioned that Lagos is working on so many projects to facilitate growth in the country, urging that trust and people is required to help drive the purpose and value of Nigeria.
Innovation also must be at the core of this industry, and local content should be prioritized. Innovation and experimentation must begin to take a significant place in the spending priorities of companies and governments. Not only this, academia must be bridged to industry to enable an assembly line system of local innovation. Lagos has begun to make significant strides in enabling innovation and helping to bridge the gap between industry and academia. However, we need your help. We cannot do this alone. We realize trust is required, and we are committed to join those who are ready in driving real civic value within Lagos and in Nigeria as a whole.
The highlight of the event was accompanying Peach app launch, AMP Chat, which helped promote indigenous content with its wide range of services.
This is DG Vision Network.